Jeremy and Swazi here again.
Yes, we just want to take this time to really appreciate all the messages that we've been receiving on our social media, on our emails. It really meant so much to us, and so we are really grateful, and we are saying thank you, Siyabonga.
Yes, and if you don't know what we're talking about, you can go back and watch the previous video where we talk about a very unfortunate and traumatic incident that happened at the 10,000 Homes campus last weekend here in South Africa.
So yeah, for those who have been sending the messages, and some of the messages they've asked us on how they can help, and then so we have started a relief fund, and so you can check out that one, and Jeremy will explain more about that.
Yeah, and with this relief fund, what it's for is to cover a lot of the costs that have come up unexpectedly with this incident. Some of you may know, when you get robbed and things stolen, there's lots of other hassles and things that come up in the process. So we've been looking at all that and working the last few days at getting bank accounts sorted out, and because we had to close accounts, and then we had phones stolen that required verification. So we've been dealing with police reports and insurance deductibles and all of these things, and the numbers are still coming in. But what we have right now is we've decided that we have a relief fund that we're going to do into two phases. And the first phase is our immediate needs that take care of the things that we need right now. And that number is 22,000 US, or 390,000 South African rand. And what this is going to cover is it's got two parts to it as well, is that it's going to cover the deductibles and all of the costs that have incurred over the last few days of us of having to do what we had to do to respond to this. And then the second part is it's going to do some immediate needed repairs to our security at our property. And there's been some upgrades that we've needed, as well as hiring our security company to have guards.
Yes, and so this is one of the most important things, because since that incident happened, so we want to make sure that at the end of the day we are safe, and so the security guards they're going to help a lot in terms of patrolling around our property.
Yes, unfortunately. We've had seasons throughout the 16 years that we've owned this property that we've had to do this. Unfortunately, sometimes crime goes in waves, and where our property is located right now is in the height of a pretty bad crime wave, which was the result of what happened on Friday. And so we need to respond accordingly. And as the thieves watch us, they need to see that we are taking it serious and presenting ourselves and securing ourselves. And so that's why phase one is very important. And it's money that we need immediately. And it's again, it's 22,000 US dollars that we're looking to raise in the next couple of days. And then our second phase of our relief fund is a little bit more long term that we're going to look at after the first initial 22,000 is raised. And that phase two is going to do more permanent security upgrades. We've been trying to raise money, and we've been getting quotations for a few months now for a fence around our property, as well as some upgrades to some of the cameras and lighting and things like that will provide security around our property. And that number to do all of that is roughly $63,000. These are big expenses, but they are much needed and serious expenses that enable us to do the work that we do in these communities. And oftentimes we don't think about all of what it costs to make these things happen. And a lot of our funding, we always prided ourselves that so much of our funding went straight to the communities where we work and straight to the vulnerable. But we also have these needs to care for the volunteers and to care for the staff who make this work possible.
Yeah, and so as Jeremy was saying, these are some of the things that sometimes we do not like to talk about because we want to make sure that at the end of the day we continue to do what we do. And then so with this one, so prayerfully we are asking everyone, whether it's individual, whether it's friends, or whether it's a church, whether it's a business, we are asking this so that at the end of the day we can continue to do what we do. And so prayerfully, would you prayerfully consider supporting this cause as we are looking to move forward with these new changes that at least is going to bring safety and security to our property and to the people that are coming afar.
Yes. Thank you so much. We will attach the giving links and how to give to these relief funds for both making donations in the USA, as tax-deductible donations in the USA, as well as how to give directly to our South African bank account. And again, God bless you. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your phone calls. It really has been so kind, and we felt valued and loved in this process. So, siyabonga.
Thank you. Siyabonga.